Study, reflect, and listen to the Lord. Let Him direct your steps. That's how you treasure each day. All right, hello and welcome to Nation Station. My name is Kimber Nation, and joined with me today is one of my former teachers, Ruth Miller. Also, in more recent years, though, Ruth has helped me connect my genealogy back to Solomon Trower, one of my patriots. And she helped me figure out all that lineage. And so I asked Ruth to tell us a little bit about the organization that we belong to, and that she's much more equipped and has been with them. How long now have you been with DAR?
Since 2004.
Okay, all right, since 2004. So thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you taking time today to talk to us.
Okay. DAR is a not-for-profit, non-political organization that honors our patriot ancestors who contributed in some way to the Revolutionary War effort. And so any woman who is 18 years or older who can prove lineal descent from one of these patriots is welcome to join DAR, never mind their race, creed, color, or any other affiliations. Our main goals are to promote historic preservation, education, and patriotism. And in the years I've been in DAR, I still don't know all the different things that chapters all over the United States and in foreign countries are actually doing to promote these ideals.
We do have a really active chapter here, though, don't we?
We do. Our chapter has honored people locally. We give a scholarship each spring to a graduating senior. And we hand out flags at parades, and we encourage students to write essays for our essay contest, and we honor 2 good citizens each spring, and just lots of different things. In education, DAR as a whole supports, I believe, 7 schools who educate children in somewhat underprivileged areas. These are residential schools where children go to when life deals them a bad card. And we specifically support Groves Cottage at Tomasi in South Carolina.
Wow.
And it's a very, very good school. So we're proud of that.
Absolutely.
Now, Kimber has asked me about the genealogy part.
And that's what we're in the genealogy room.
Right, we're in the genealogy room of the Vandalia Historical Society right now. We have behind us a display of a Harrison Walker, which is not pertaining to our subject, but it's a good background. I became interested in genealogy when, as a child, my mother unrolled this family tree and proudly announced that I could trace my heritage back to Adam.
Wow. That's quite a feat.
let's clarify that. Mother liked to stretch the truth. It was Adam Hans who fought the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
And the family tree was carefully documented all the way down to my mother. And I used that map in my effort to join DAR. And I did my own research. And to join DAR, you have to make the connection. You just can't have it be on that family tree. I had to actually find a document that in some way proved that each generation was connected to the one before it.
I wonder how many others you've helped connect. I bet.
Well,
a lot.
Probably over 50.
Yeah.
I have, I think I've got 49 member for member where I'm actually listed in the DAR webpage, but I've done others as well.
Well, that's fantastic.
But the way
you make it fun.
Yeah, I do. And really, it sure beats housework.
Right?
So if I find that I know a lady's interested in DAR, and I just happen to find the obituary of one of their parents, I just go to the computer and figure it out and then dump the whole works in their lap, which is highly not recommended that you go to all that effort when someone might not even join.
Right.
Which they don't always.
Sure.
I just like doing the research.
Right.
And what I do is I take their immediate ancestors, their parents or grandparents who are already deceased, and look them up on Ancestry.com and also on Find a Grave. Sometimes Ancestry gives me nothing, and Find a Grave gives me generations all the way back to the 1700s. And so I love to do that. And I develop a family tree, and I try to find all the branches. And one family tree you pull up online only goes so far. So then you take that furthest point, look that person up on Ancestry, and see if you can get a family tree that goes on back further.
Okay.
Then when you get to where there are men, not too many women are actually patriots, but there are some. When you get the men who are alive during the Revolutionary War period, then I switch to dar.org in their GRS, that's their genealogical research site or whatever they call it.
Okay.
Anyway, then all the patriots who have been proved in DAR are available. So then I just go back and forth between the family tree and the DAR site to see if this person has already been proved as an ancestor.
Okay.
And so that may occupy me for some time.
Right.
And
it does take hours.
well, but it's perseverance. If I'm lucky, I can find a good patriot for somebody in about 2 hours.
Really?
Finding and proving are two different
Gotcha.
things.
Right.
But to actually find it. So I really enjoy doing that. Then finding all the different proofs, that would be another day of a long series.
All the documentation, right?
Right. There's lots of different websites that I go to. Missouri.gov has death certificates in Missouri from 1910 through 1968, I believe.
Okay.
They have to have been deceased over 50 years before they reveal it. But you can go to that site, print the death certificate just like that.
And the marriage certificates are useful?
Okay, marriage certificates are a matter of public record.
Okay.
The day after someone has filed their marriage in a county courthouse, you can go and ask for a copy of it, and for whatever fee they charge, it's yours. It's a matter of public record.
Okay.
So I've done that many times to help folks with that. And wills and deeds, that's a whole lot longer story.
Right.
But FamilySearch.org has many records.
Okay.
And it's free. Ancestry is a pay site. Find a Grave is free. I also am looking for military records. Go to Fold 3, but it's a pay site. It's not expensive, but I do like to look on it. Mm-hmm. Now, just because someone is not listed in the DAR Index of Patriots doesn't mean that they didn't aid the cause.
Okay.
It just means that no one has joined DAR using them as their patriot.
Okay.
So I'm currently finishing up the third genealogy course on how you would go about proving such things. And since I don't live near the East Coast, I don't know that I'm ever really going to do it, but there are lots of different ways that you can prove that a person aided in the Revolutionary War. They can have signed a petition, they could have served as a juror, they could have been a road surveyor, they could have gone to local militia musters, they could have served in the Continental Line, they could have contributed a barrel of wine or potatoes.
Okay.
If those things are documented during the time period of the Revolutionary War, then they can be credited as having service. So it's really fascinating, some of the things that people have been credited with. One of the latest ones is if they paid something called a supply tax in 1782-3. Some of those later years of the war, that was to go to finance the war or help pay for what had already been spent. So that's ones I'm seeing lately. So it's really interesting. I've done family genealogy for folks who were 100% German. They have no interest in DAR, but I want them to be proud of their heritage. I've taught a student who was mixed. He was part white, part black, part Mexican, and part Mexican Indian.
Okay.
And I had him go home and find out which kind of Mexican Indian was he. I wanted him to be proud of that.
Right.
And so I want everyone to be proud of their heritage, whether it goes back to the Revolutionary War or somewhere else. It doesn't matter.
Well, I think I'm appreciating history more and more as I get older.
Okay, so.
So if there was someone else like me who was interested in joining Daughters of the American Revolution, what would be their first step?
Well, they can go on the dar.org site and fill out an interest questionnaire type thing. I'm not exactly sure where that is, but better they can ask around for someone who belongs to DAR, and most communities have a DAR chapter or know one close by. And so if they would be put in touch with the registrar of that chapter, that person should definitely help them. And if they want to do a little research, go to any of the free family tree sites and then go to DAR and have at it. But we're more than happy to support any person, young or older, that wants to join DAR.
Fantastic. And I know our chapter also has a program for children.
Yes,
the American Revolution. Those can be boys and girls.
Right. We have a chapter of Children of the American Revolution here in Vandalia, and it's for children who are old enough to have a birth certificate through age 21. And so we encourage anyone who's interested in their child learning a little bit about how an organization works and a little bit about patriotism and have a little bit of fun. We encourage them to seek us out as well.
I remember bringing Grace up here and your grandsons when we were tying.
Right, we tied the paracords.
Yes.
For the military, so they could have a bracelet, and then it could turn into a 3-foot long strong cord for whatever they might need it.
It's very handy.
Very quickly.
That was nice. I wonder how many you ended up sending off.
I think we sent off 49 because I didn't find one of them and I found it later.
Almost 50. There we go. That was a great project.
It was.
So what does DAR mean to you personally?
Well, it means many different things. I enjoy coming together with other people and enjoy their fellowships as you would in church. I enjoy going out in the community and helping folks with their genealogy. I enjoy helping support the scholarships and the other honors that we bestow. And I enjoy being proud of the fact that I have descended from 5 different proved DAR patriots.
Wow. Ruth, could you tell us about the quilts?
Yes, our chapter has awarded a total of 4 Quilts of Valor to local servicemen or women that we happen to honor, and the last 2 I happened to make myself, which I enjoyed very much. And we had an event, our Friends and Family Night last November, where we brought these 2 service people to our meeting, and we had a good speaker, and we awarded the quilts to them. And it was my honor to hand them to them personally.
Oh, I bet it was to them and their families as well, to be appreciated.
Right.
That is wonderful.
And I got much thanks from that.
Yeah, and I bet that's how a lot of people get started, is by being invited to one of the Friends and Family.
Yes,
I think that's how I got first introduced.
Yes, I remember one
Felicity is the
particular
one that
member.
brought me.
Right, we invited her to Friends and Family Night. She happened to win the door prize, and she marched off very happy with it. The next thing you know, we were getting her in DAR.
There we go. That's right.
And I have another quilt ready to go, but this one's going to be sent to Washington, D.C. to the husband of one of our members who lives there.
Fantastic. Well, again, the whole purpose of us taking time to have this special, especially around the 4th of July, we live in one of, I believe, the best country in the world, and we want you as a citizen to know your rights and responsibilities. And the DAR has helped me learn that. Ruth, again, I appreciate your time and your research and coming over here and talking to us. Like I said, I know you personally helped me connect, and I know many others. So I imagine after this goes public, you might be getting more phone calls. You might be pretty busy, but
well, that would suit me just fine. I enjoy coming here and visiting with you, and I enjoy how you support our chapter of DAR in your way.
Even though I can't be here at the meetings physically,
I would be glad to help any that are interested in DAR, CAR, and I've even helped some SAR men join Sons of the American Revolution. Got my husband in there as well.
Well,
so
fantastic.
They don't have very many chapters, but they do exist. So anyway.
Well, fantastic. So something for everybody.
Right.
God bless you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us at Nation Station. To find out more, just click on any of these links and subscribe to our channel.